The UN chief has said that Pakistan is responsible for less than 1% of greenhouse gas emissions, but its people are 15 times more likely to die from climate-related disasters than people elsewhere. That was brought to light in 2022, when 1/3 of the country was submerged as deadly floods spread across the South Asian nation. Now, of course, we are against the backdrop of a vital climate conference this week, and at COP27, the last edition, Pakistan joined other developing nations and played a key role in advocating for this global loss and damage fund that we have been talking about to help countries recover from climate-induced disasters. And as we've been reporting in the last few hours, delegates here in Dubai at COP28 have formally adopted that fund. This morning, before that announcement was made, I sat down with Pakistan's interim Prime Minister in Dubai to discuss how last year's flooding exposed Pakistan's vulnerabilities. Have a listen.
The reality check was there, and we knew at that moment that climate change is no more a fashionable conversation point. It has hit us at home, and it had hit us hard. At the same time, we did realize that we are not the one who are primarily responsible for contributing and bringing this climate disaster, in which two of our provinces of Sindh and Balochistan particularly were stuck in. And then I think so the sense of resilience was also there, that yes, it has happened.
To your mind, what will success or failure look like here in Dubai when it comes to loss and damage?
I think so. First of all, that the success would be that everyone, if we can make everyone realize that the differential part of this funding, that it should not be linked with the development funds with multilateral entities. Rather, the climate financing should be treated on merit, and it should be additional, and the contributions should come in tangible and real terms.
From whom, and how should it work?
Well, everyone knows who have been contributors in the last 1 century. So it is more of a question of an honest conversation rather than passing judgments on countries and economies. So I think so. If a sense of responsibility comes from wealthy nations themselves, that would be more a welcome step.
Should it be operationalized by the United Nations or by the multilateral banks?
Well, if we wait for the framework of the United Nations, I think so it will take years and years and years. So it can be phased and it can morph later on to the UN agencies. But initially, I think so, if it is committed and it is operationalized even under fund or World Bank, multilateral, anyone, its initiation is more important rather than talking about the framework.
Give me an example of a good, honest, smart conversation that Pakistan is having with another country at this point that will provide a partnership opportunity for Pakistan.
First of all, agreement on loss and damage fund was probably the initiation of an honest conversation. So that financing in specific projects like our Living in this initiative, our focus on transforming our coal-based plants to renewable energy would be sort of areas which would attract interest. Countries here in GCC, maybe UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, or others, and the settled economies and democracies on the Western Hemisphere. So it's an opportunity for all of them and for all of us.
माहौलियाती तब्दीली के मसाइल से निपटने के लिए फंड्स का इस्तेमाल मेरिट पर होना चाहिए। इस अहम मसले के लिए तरक्की याफ्ता मुल्कों पर भारी जिम्मेदारी आयद होती है। पाकिस्तान के लिए माहौलियाती तब्दीलियों के संजीदा मसाइल हैं। यह मसला अब एक मौजू नहीं, अहम चैलेंज है। माहौलियाती तब्दीलियों से पाकिस्तान को दरपेश खतरात वाज़ेह हैं और शदीद मुतासर होने वाले 10 मुल्कों में हम शामिल हैं। ग्रीन हाउस गैसों के अखराज में पाकिस्तान का हिस्सा 1% से भी कम है। निगरान वज़ीर आज़म अनवार काकड़ का CNN को इंटरव्यू आप मुलाहिजा कर रहे थे। PTV न्यूज़ से ये थी ताज़ा तरीन।